Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm so excited. I finally got my December card kit from Simon for 2019. I usually get it before like during the last week of the month before, but it hadn't come. I finally emailed them going, hey, what's the deal? They had a manufacturer that was behind on getting them stuff to complete their kits. So finally it arrived, and I've been so wanting to play with these gnomes. So cute. Okay, so you know right now they had a big die release. It is Dicember, you know, in September we had Stamptember, December is Dicember. $5 off, SVE558 is your $5 off code. Okay, so the December kit is called Gnome for the Holidays. And you get a great inspiration sheet by some wonderful designers. And let's get into it. Okay, so you get the Gnome for the Holidays stamp set, 6x8 stamp set. And you get Christmas Gnomies, Gnome pun intended, I love you Gnome matter what, Gnome better holiday, ho ho ho, I'll be Gnome for chilling with my Gnome, sweet Gnome, wishing you a very happy no place like Gnome, Gnome for the holidays, Merry Christmas, and then you get some great snowflakes, some fun Gnome characters, this fun Christmas tree, lots of presents, and these little stick trees. So very cute. Okay, and then you also get the little Gnome wafer die. There is a big Gnome wafer die. I currently am waiting for it to come back in stock. It's not in stock right now, but hopefully they'll get it back in stock soon because the Gnome stuff's just been popular and I wanted to make some cards of gnomes. Anyway, then you get the Gnome Home 6x6 stencil. So lots of fun stuff to make little homes for your gnomes. Okay, then you get 12 single-sided sheets of PhotoPlay Kringle and Company 6x6 paper. And we got more gnomes. Happy ho 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 to you. Just a black, then we've just got some lights, gnomes and snowmen. I love the buffalo plaid. So I really like the gray buffalo plaid. Lots of fun patterns and stuff. I like this. Oh, I love that kind of tartan plaid. Yes, I love this color palette. That's awesome. Okay. Then we also got one sheet of Carta light silver shimmer 6x6 cardstock. Oh, that does have a pretty shimmer to it. Oh, and it's double-sided. Cool. Okay, you get 3 mini action wobbles, so you can die cut your gnome and put it up on a wobble. That's always fun. You get a blending brush. Don't know whose blending brush this is. Let's compare it to the one I have. I want to say it's probably a little bit softer. The one I have is a little bit more rigid. This is a makeup brush I bought off of Amazon, but pretty freaking close. Okay, so we've got the blending brush, and then you've got A2 envelopes, Simon Says stamp, slate, schoolhouse red, and white. You've got a sheet of Simon's 120-pound white, and you got black and schoolhouse red. So this is the December 2019 card kit, Gnome for the Holidays. And let's make some cards. Okay, let's get started with some die cutting. I'm using some scraps of some Simon Says stamp black cardstock to cut out the background layer of the little gnome. And this is what you'll glue all your parts to. And after I do this, then I'm going to take this piece of watercolor cardstock that I was just testing different colors and stuff on, and I'm going to cut out the beard and nose area twice out of this little piece. I thought that the watercolor cardstock would give a really good texture to the beard and stuff, and just to have another little extra element of texture there. So cut that out twice. And then I'm going to take this piece of pattern paper that came out of the kit, and I'm going to just cut it with my scissors wide enough for the gnome. And then I'm going to run it through one time on this side, and then I'll flip it over and run it through on the opposite side, so we can switch the hat and the clothes and have opposites. And on the clothes, there's a bunch of little, little triangle cutouts, and just a craft pick is easy to get those to fall out. Most of them fall out when you die cut, and just have a few extra little ones that you got to punch out. Not a big deal. Very quick and easy. So that takes care of that part of the die cutting. Well, the die cutting, and we'll have some more trimming and things to do. So I'm just going to use my Cosmic Shimmer glue and glue all these cute little parts together. I rubbed my finger over it, trying to get rid of the excess so I didn't have as much oozing out on the sides. So here's the little nose, and my little bottle is just almost empty. I try to keep it upside down so the glue runs to the tip, but then I had set it on its bottom, so it ran back down. So I have a brand new big bottle, so I just clipped off the end, and we'll get back to gluing the little beard, and everything just puzzle pieces, right together. It's very easy, and it's so cute. It's so stinking cute. I just love gnomes. I have me a whole little gnome family on my kitchen bar. I got them when I was in Kentucky with Leighton doing that university tour, and we had to go to Dee's Craft. While I was there, I watched Dee's YouTube channel. Dee's Louisville is the YouTube channel, and Anna on there is awesome at decorating trees, making wreaths. They have some great video tutorials. I love their stuff. So I was in Louisville, so of course I had to go to Dee's, and their Christmas stuff was just awesome, and they just happened to have some gnomes on sale that day, and so I thought, well, these little guys will definitely fit into my suitcase, and they are totally cute. Anyway, so I got some Copic markers out. I got an E11 and an E00 to do the nose. And then I got 3 different colors of C out. I got a C0, C1, and C3. And I think I just ended up using the C1, and that was it. And I decided it just really didn't need, anything else. It just needed some light flicks just to give it a little bit more definition and stuff to the beard. So very quick and easy to get those 2 little pieces colored up, and then we're ready to move on. Okay, so next we're going to pick out some pattern paper. I'm going to kind of go by one of the inspirations on the inspiration sheet, and I'll bring that sheet over here in just a second and show you that inspiration. So I didn't follow it exactly. I used some of the pattern papers that just kind of spoke to me and to do it with, but I kind of followed the overall design. Here's some slopes, and I think these are the Simon Says Stamp slopes and hills, and I just used the simple arch one, but when I trim it down, I'll trim it down a little bit different, so both cards will look slightly different. And I just ran those through my Gemini die cutter. I probably could have used my little sidekick if I just put it in one end and then turned it around and put it, back in the other end. But it was just easy enough to just run through my Gemini and get it done in one pass. So now I'm just going to take my little guillotine trimmer and I will just start cutting down the pattern paper. The pattern paper, I'm cutting it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to have a black layer underneath that. I just thought that would look good and that would pop. So I'm just going to cut this full sheet down and get to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 pieces out of this half section, and then I will save the other half section just in case I want to do something bigger or something different. I won't go ahead and cut it down. So here's where I'm starting to cut down where those slopes are cut out. They didn't quite cut through each end, so I just cut one end off and then just kind of tore the other, and now I'm measuring it out to the proper distance to go across the 4-inch direction on that one piece. So that was very quick and easy. I love this little guillotine trimmer because you can either use the top or you can use the bottom. The bottom part is really good for working with little pieces. Oh, there's where I showed the inspiration again. Anyway, the bottom of the guillotine is really useful for working with smaller pieces and stuff. It is the best thing that I have found so far to trim small stuff. So, okay, so now we're moving along to sentiments. I got out Christmas Gnomies for one, and then Gnome for the Holidays for the other one. And here's where I made a slight little mistake. Well, right now I'm just straightening things up, making sure I've gotten them on my platform straight. But I didn't realize Gnome for the Holidays was upside down until after I stamped it on my paper. So I was like, darn it. And so I'm going to go in with my anti-static powder bag. Just going to brush off the excess with my Nuvo brush there, using some Simon Says Stamp Clear Embossing ink. And I'm going to stamp that down. And I didn't get a good impression, so I am stamping it again. And after this time is where I go, oh darn. What the freak did I do? And so then I thought, okay, well, maybe I could just turn the paper around and, stamp it underneath the other one after I turn the stamp around and get it right. Then, nope, it wouldn't fit down underneath there. And so maybe on the end, nope, doesn't fit there either. So I had to go into my trash bin and, or my scrap box and get a scrap piece of black and restamp this. So, these things that happen while we're card making. So now I'm going to use some Simon Says Stamp Antique Gold Ultra Fine Embossing Powder, and it does beautifully on these small words. The Gnome for the Holidays, there's some really small words, and it does great. It does the thin lines on the Christmas Gnomies really nice as well. So I will just heat this until everything is smooth and shiny. And you just want to tilt it in the light and make sure you don't have any other grainy areas and that everything is smooth and shiny, and then you'll know that it is completely melted. I did go ahead and melt the Boo Boo one because I thought, well, I can cut these things apart and just use those individually. So I'll just put them with the stamp set, and that way I'll have them if I need them. Okay, so now we're going to start some more assembly, and I'm just going to again use my Cosmic Shimmer glue and get that stuck down in place. Yeah, I like it that it adheres fast, but it gives you just a little bit of wiggle time to get it into place, which is nice. And then you're not sitting there holding it forever waiting for it to dry. So it is very quick to adhere. And then now I'm trying to figure out, okay, placement of where on my gnomes, where will I place my gnomes on my card front and in relation to my sentiments. The Christmas Gnomies was a little bit big, so that one was, it actually, I originally thought that the little crook of his hat would go right underneath Christmas before Gnomies start, but then I soon realized that Christmas Gnomies pretty much stretches all the way across, and I couldn't move it over to do that. So I'm just going to have to lower him down a little bit so he is not, his hat's not over the top of the words. So I'm just going to trim these off pretty close, because like I said, it is a thicker sentiment. So I am going to try and trim it off pretty close and even. Here again is where you see that you can use the bottom of the guillotine trimmer, because there is a ruler and a guide lip down on that end as well. So there's where I'm fiddling with the placement. And then I think I'm going to set it aside and go to the other one and trim it down, and then fiddle with the placement on that one. Because I was still at that point going, what do I really want to do? So just going to get that trimmed down. And that one I'll just glue down and then cut off the excess. Flip it over and cut it off with my big Tim Holtz shears. Which, be careful with those. Those are super duper sharp. I always try to keep, when I'm not using them, keep my plastic cover over them, because they are super duper sharp. Okay, so now for the bow down at the bottom, I'm just going to get out my red and white lawn trimmings from Lawn Fawn, and I like this baker's twine, because it's got a little bit of a stiffness to it. It does not come unraveled, and so that's really nice. So I'm just going to use my reverse tweezers here to hold the knot while I tie the bow, and my other tweezers to help pull that little bit through. I don't know what we'd do without these reverse tweezers. Sometimes I think I need more pairs, because I will misplace a pair or both, and I'll be searching for them. So anyway, so there's where I trimmed off those. And so I decided to go ahead and use the little action wobbles that came in the kit. And the hardest part about using these little action wobbles is getting the liners off of the back side of them. So just going to stick it down to my gnome first. See, I'm struggling getting the stupid liner off. I hate struggling to get the liners off of things. All right, and then we'll just stick him down. And so cute, love them. All right, now we'll get this down. Here's where I just figure out, like, okay, it is what it is. I'm going to just go ahead and use my little trimmer again to just trim it down to the proper size, and not worry about placement, because it is what it is. Get the glue down on that, get it stuck down, and we're almost finished. I will show you some final shots at the end. And then of course there you can look at I'll have my blog post linked below if you would like to see the still pictures and the supply list with product links. I don't know if this kit is still available since they had so much problems, but I'll list everything individually that I can. And that will all be down in the video description below and over on my blog post as well. All right, so finishing off this bow on this, and then I'll put my action wobble on my other gnome. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do is I am going to put just a little dab of glue on top of the knot. And the Cosmic Shimmer glue, it dries clear. So, once it dries, you won't be able to see it, but that will help it keep from coming undone. So just a little tip there for your little baker's twine bows. So here's the final looks. I will be back soon with another video, and thanks for watching.